Hey folks, Country Prepper here. So I've been getting up and around and just thought I'd shoot a quick update video for you guys, let you know what's going on and how things are going, and kind of what I think is going to be happening in the next few weeks. So I've been to the two specialists, the orthopedic surgeon and the trauma surgeon. Everything seems to be healing as it should. I actually had a couple more injuries than they originally found. And the hospital that I went to did a really poor job. I still had glass in my arm after they moved me into my room and still had blood all over me. And so my wife ended up cleaning that up because the people from the hospital just weren't doing their jobs. At one point it took over an hour for me to get pain meds, so I was very, very unhappy with that hospital. One thing I will say is the first responders that came and helped me, I'm sure none of them watch this channel, but I really appreciate their help. And one thing I want to point out is nobody had a flashlight. They were trying to get an IV in my arm in the dark, and nobody had a flashlight. I had one in my pocket, so they used it. If you're not EDCing a flashlight, there's a good reason to do so. You just never know what's going to happen or when it's going to happen. I EDC 2 flashlights. I have one small one on my keychain as well. So like I said, if you haven't been EDCing a flashlight, you should. So that's just kind of a quick little tip that I saw a video from a guy here, I don't know, a few weeks ago that did a video about his EDC, and he's a really skeptical guy, and he's always kind of bashing other YouTubers, and it just got under my skin. So I had to say something. EDC a flashlight, guys. So anyway, I have been getting back and working on some sheaths. I got one done. It took me all day to do one sheath. And I've gotten a bunch of pieces cut out, and I'm going to start pressing some more sheaths for my Etsy store. Speaking of my Etsy store, I'm going to be closing my books. I'm going to be closing down the build-to-order listings on my Etsy store at the end of this week. So Saturday night, they're going to be taken down. I've gotten a lot of orders, and I've got a lot of people breathing down my neck, people that didn't know what happened, people that don't follow my channel, asking when they're going to get their sheaths. They've been very understanding, they've been very cool about it, and I really appreciate the patience that people have been showing me, trying to get back on my feet and get back to work here. But I am getting back after it a little at a time. I have a lot of stuff to deal with, lawyers and insurance companies and doctors and rehab and still trying to, keep my little business going here, and there's just a ton of stuff to deal with. So it takes up a lot of time, especially dealing with lawyers and insurance is a nightmare. But like I said, I'm getting around a little better all the time. I am walking with a cane now, and I've been modifying that. That's that cold steel axe cane that I mentioned I think I mentioned it in my last video. Can't remember for sure. But anyway, and I got rid of that big full leg brace. I'm just using a hinged knee brace on my left knee, the one that has the broken kneecap, and then on my right knee I'm just using a knee stabilizer. And that's something else I want to talk about in a future video is first aid items that preppers just never mention in their videos. There's a lot of stuff that people are missing, so I think that's a good topic for a video. Also, this is the sheath that I got done. This is for a survival knife from Redbeard Blades. I'm going to do an overview on that. The customer was more than happy for me to just do an overview of this knife for Josh. It used to be J Wolf Cutlery, so and he's a great guy. I really enjoyed working with him, but hopefully one of these days I can again. But anyway, I'm going to do an overview of that knife for you guys just because I think you guys would enjoy just seeing it and knowing about it. At least go check it out type of thing. Another one, Chris Stone. I got your box here ready to go. The post office was closed today. I forgot about that. And I threw in something extra for you. One of my leather strops, leather field strops. And so keep an eye out for that. Don't just grab the knife and sheath and throw the box away. There's something else in there. They look like this, but they're all rolled up. And that is one thing that is going to stay on my Etsy store. I'm going to order some more leather to do those. Just kind of I'm going to try to get a lot of like stocking stuffer type items, smaller, less expensive items on my Etsy store for Christmas. I'm going to do the Bic holders, mini Bic full-size Bic. And then I'm also, this is a prototype I was working on right before the accident. And it's a little pocket fire kit. It's very thin. It would fit in a cargo pocket or even a front pocket or a back pocket, whichever. The striker is in there. You see that striker there? And then this is one of those ferro rods. I'll grab a different one. I think that's one of them. This is one of those cheaper, like magnesium and ferro rod combos. And I never liked them before. I always bought the ones that didn't have the magnesium combo type thing, and after getting one by mistake, or I got a whole batch of them by mistake, and using it for a while, I kind of like them. They'd be really good for emergency kits, because you got that little bit of magnesium, and when it's an emergency, you don't really need a lot of a ferro rod, so I thought that was pretty cool, and I think that would be a really great gift for somebody, or a stocking stuffer, or whatever the case. So that'll be going on my Etsy store once I get, I got to order some bulk materials to get a few of those done, but I have enough to do 4 or 5 of them right now. So those will be going up on my Etsy store maybe by the end of the week, and maybe, I don't know, might be a couple weeks, guys. It is, like I said, I'm getting around a little better, but, you know, a little at a time. It's, I can't stand for too long. I put most of my weight on my right foot, so my foot goes numb all the time from, you know, just standing on it constantly. I don't like to put a lot of weight on my left knee still. So what else do I have going on? The other things, I have a flashlight review that I've been needing to do for ThruNite for like 3 months now, and I'm sure they're getting impatient. I haven't checked my email for a while. I haven't checked it since before the accident, but I'm sure they're getting very impatient. I need to get that video done. I wanted to go out and go for a hike at night and show just how big the beam is and all that, but that's not going to happen, so I thought maybe I'd do something, you know, out my car window or out my truck window or something like that, just, you know, so I can actually get out in the woods. I can't really hike too far. I am going out later in this week. It's supposed to be up in the 40s. Right now it's like in the teens or 20s, and gonna go for a little bit of a hike, really short, maybe just start a fire and play with a knife or something. I need to get out. I am stir crazy. I have cabin fever really, really bad right now. I need to get out, especially with all the bureaucracy and all the crap that you deal with after you've been through an accident. One other thing is I'm going to talk a little bit about survival knives. I had this one designed a while back, or I designed it, had it made by a custom maker, and some things that I'm not too happy about with it that I want to address, and you know, I'll talk a little bit about that. So, you know, some survival knife talk. I might do some I might just do a live stream about that one. That'd be a good one for a live stream. So maybe, I don't know. I don't have a computer set up out here to do a live stream, so I'll just have to do it from my phone. So it's just going to be one of them things where I just pop up one of these days. So if you hit that little bell next to the subscribe button, you'll get notified when I go live. It'll probably be like a Saturday afternoon, early afternoon, maybe after lunch or something like that. That's about the best guess I can give you guys right at the moment. If I know for sure, depends on my wife's schedule and all that, so figure it out from there. So as far as CP Kydex goes, I wanted to talk about that just a little bit. After I get caught up on all my sheath orders, I am probably not going to do any more build-to-order sheaths. They probably will not go back up on my Etsy store. I am probably just going to, if I feel like building one, then I'll build one and put it up for sale. I'm going to focus more on doing more stuff that I'm interested in. I have a lot of side projects that need finished up. My buddy Will, I have a bunch of sheaths that I need to get out to him, and they're just right on the verge of done. I just need the time to do it. But when you got people, you know, orders coming in constantly, it's really hard to get to them when it was just kind of a trade kind of thing. So I also have, you know, I have a bunch of side projects, sheath projects that are just, they're side projects. They're not orders that I need to get done. And when I get done with all of that, I want to focus more on doing the custom handles on knife blanks, and then eventually I'll get the stuff to start making my own knives. And that's something that I've always wanted to do, something I'm very interested in, and I just want this to go back to being absolutely nothing but a hobby. Just do it when I feel like it, and not have to spend a bunch of money on it, not have to answer emails or any of that kind of stuff. Just do it for fun. Do it for something, when it's really crappy out and I don't feel like, or it's raining or snowing or blizzard or whatever the case. I just want to do it for fun. I don't want to do it for, any kind of income anymore. Because when I get back to that other job, I don't need the income anymore. So that's kind of where CP Kydex is going. I might rebrand it to like CP Customs or something like that, and just kind of start over with it in a way. I'll still have, I'll still be able to make sheaths. Obviously, I'll be making the sheaths for the knives that I make, and I'll be making sheaths for friends, and I'll still put some up on Etsy every now and then. If I get a request for one, I'll make it, and if it sells, it sells. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I know it will sell eventually. And like I said, I won't be worried about, the money anymore. And so that will make it a lot more enjoyable. Alright guys, well I have rambled on for way too long already. If you have any questions about what's going on with CP Kydex, feel free to leave me a comment. If you're interested in a video that I can just do sitting in my chair while I'm getting the wood stove going or something like that, let me know. I have a lot of topics, things that have been on my mind for a while, and that would be a good format for doing those kinds of videos. So let me know, guys. I'll try to do some more live streams, maybe one a week for the next few weeks too, and just kind of interact with you guys. I kind of miss that. So that's it for today, guys. I thank you very much for watching, and thank you very much for all the comments on my last video. You would not believe how much it means to me, guys. See you next time.